Jamie turned me on to your whole situation that you got going on, Bobby Keller, and it seems like you are the virtuoso guitar player. To say
Oh,
the least.
man, you're too
Yeah, yeah.
kind.
So, and
Thank
I
you.
have some pictures here. I mean, tell me, like, these guitars, are these your
Oh, sure.
guitars?
Yeah, those are all of my guitars. I have been fortunate and blessed enough to be with ESP guitars for, I'd say, the last, man, I want to say it was probably like 2000 and I would say 2013, 2014. I think I've been with them since then, and they treat me like I'm a king, and they treat me like, because I'm not, I know I'm not a high name, big name artist. I'm trying to get there, but they treat me like I am, and they've been very supportive. They provide me obviously with all of the guitars that I'm able to use and perfect my craft, and I'm just so forever thankful. And shout out to ESP, shout out to Tony Rouser, shout out to Jeff Moore, and everybody in the ESP family, and to all the other companies too that have helped me along the way. ENG is a huge one. Richter
Okay.
Straps. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many. And yes, those are all my guitars. The two that you see in the picture that are in the middle on the top, those are actually my two customs that I had made that glow in the dark. And that's kind of like, I'm trying to kind of make that like my thing or my signature. And they came out amazing. And that's another reason why I love ESP, because they're just not afraid to do anything. And you can come up with anything off the wall, and they're just totally capable of doing it, if not doing it better than what you thought. And, the quality control is amazing. I've never played a bad ESP guitar. I mean, it just kind of, obviously it depends on how it's set up and whatever. But, I've never ran into anything with
It's
my
interesting
guitars.
because I was with ESP actually around that time,
Oh, really?
2013, with CKY playing bass,
Nice.
and then with Fuckface Unstoppable, I was with ESP on guitar. And from back then, I remember it was for me and most artists, it was like the 2 guitar a year deal, where they would give you two
Yeah.
guitars every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there was some falling through with, I guess, the guy that I was dealing with, because I went out to the LA custom shop and was talking to those guys, and then for some reason,
The LA custom shop is pretty sweet. I will say
yeah,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Mine
cool.
was blown when I went there.
So, but right now I don't have anybody, and of course ESP is actually good. It's funny story is because I worked, and this is what I told the ESP guys, because I was working for a company called Hoshino USA, which builds Ibanez guitars and Tama drums. And I
Oh,
was working
shit.
there for 11 years, and they were not going to give me a guitar because they were like,
Ah,
that's the thing. They were like, no, you need to be like the creme de la creme. Like, you need to be like a superstar if you want a guitar. It's like so ESP was I have to say, I mean, they were super cool
yeah.
to do that, and I think they have amazing guitars. And
They
your
do.
guitars
Thank you.
specifically look amazing, by
Thank
the way.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Um,
I love them. They're all, they all serve a purpose, and they're all in different tunings.
I mean, look at this one. This one
Yeah.
here is just like, it's in the desert, like getting a tan. Like, what? Your guitars are so pampered. It's so
Oh, well,
funny.
it's funny. That picture is from the Rain and Fire music video shoot. That was halfway up the mountain that I climbed with the director Adam Arnali. We climbed up this mountain in the middle of the desert, somewhere near Joshua Tree, or like at least in that vicinity.
Mhm.
And that picture I took on the way down, just to kind of like, yeah, I fucking climbed this mountain and there was no special effects. Like, this was real deal Holyfield, like, visuals. And it was just it was a cool part too, because I'm actually afraid of heights. I'm terrified of heights.
Hmm.
And me being up there, I was completely fear stricken. And, coming down, knowing I accomplished what I was supposed to do, and, kind of conquering that fear and everything like that, and anxiety. And I was like, you know what, this is a moment I need to kind of be like, hey, I appreciate the fact that I was able to do this and not die. And, hey, this is a beautiful view. And what better than my guitar and the view? It's like, hey. And people love that guitar. It's a great guitar. That was the second Ghoul I refer to the glow in the dark guitars as ghoul guitars, and the first one was the silver burst looking one, and then that one was the second. There's actually a third one, but it's still in Japan and being made, and I'm not sure when it's going to be done, but it hopefully will be here sooner than later.
So
But
do you mean that the guitar body is glowing in the dark?
yeah, that paint job on that one
That's
specific
cool.
guitar is all glow in the dark.
Oh man.
That green is all glow. That thing is so bright. I think they used. I think honestly, I've had this discussion with people because they're like, "What the hell kind of paint is that?" And because
Right.
here in the States, we have, as you know, we have restrictions on certain chemicals and paints and whatever you can use. And because this one was made in Japan, I think they have some sort of paint over there that just is so bright, because I've never seen a glow in the dark paint that bright. And honestly, that guitar is brighter than the other one. So it's like, I don't know what they did, but I love it. But at the same time, I'm like, hey man, like turn down the light a little bit.
Well, actually, the thing is, like, because now it's not, obviously it's in the light, and the color when it's not glowing is actually
Yeah.
an awesome. It's like the color that I love for. I have a bass that's that color, and it's like that's the color. That's my
Yeah.
favorite color because it's so flashy. But
Yeah.
then I guess when the lights go down and it starts
Oh.
glowing, you're just like double
Yeah.
trouble. That's
when we
awesome.
when we had live shows, you know, my tech,
Yeah.
James or myself, I would have a like a UV light, very similar to what's behind me, actually, like that color, but it was a UV light, and it gave off that UV, which activates the paint, and so like I would put it in the rack and have that light on it at all times. So when the show starts, I literally grab it and the thing is on fire, like it's just, you know, and it was always a
Awesome.
cool effect. Yeah, and I love it. And the whole idea came about in regards to being able to see the fretboard on stage, and sometimes how dark it is. And, you know, just myself, I'm like, oh, I could really use some sort of illumination or some sort of something to help me. And the idea was the frets. And then all of a sudden it turned into, wait, why don't we just make the whole thing glow? And then
Wait,
like,
the
that's what
frets
happened.
glow too?
Everything. Yeah. The frets,
Oh
the
man,
yeah,
that's
the
so
side
cool.
markers, the binding on the neck, it all glows. On the
Oh,
other guitar, the logos all glow because it's like the reverse. And yeah, like I said, I can't say anything more. I mean, they're just amazing, and they play like those guitars are a part of me and will always be a part of me. So thank you, ESP.
yeah. Wow, they really hooked you up. That's so cool, man. I love
Yeah.
that.
I'm
Those
excited about
guys.
the third one because it's actually, I'll spill the beans a little bit. It's actually a different shape. I'm going with a more traditional shape of an ESP. I'm going with a horizon shape. And I'm doing like a reverse headstock. So because I'm in a drop A, I can have more tension on that low string with the reverse. So it's like a longer, in a sense, it's a longer scale, but not really. So it just helps, you know, and I'm excited about it. It will glow in the dark as well. The paint scheme is much different than anything I've done right now. But again, I'll just have to wait and see when I get
Hmm.
it.
Um, Also, like we were mentioning, because first of all, if you haven't checked out Bobby Keller, I don't need to give you guys links. We can put links in the description, but basically Google, put his
There
name
you
in,
go.
you'll
All
find
right.
it. And that's what I've been saying. But you should definitely check out your music. But also, you have merchandise. And
Yes.
the only reason I'm bringing this up is because we were discussing this earlier. Like right now, because all of our shows are being canceled, and you know, some of our shows have been canceled too. That's why we're on
Yeah.
pins and needles.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we're doing is we're live streaming. We're creating music. We're making music video. Well, you were making music videos. You're creating music,
I
and
have a ton of stuff getting ready. I'm so excited.
I know
I can't say anything yet, but I'm just like, oh, I cannot wait. Like very, very within the next month or two. It's gonna be,
that's
can't
cool.
wait.
So something like this, like when one, you know, whoever's watching right now or who's going to watch this later, if one person gets your merchandise and they support your band or they watch your music video and then they share your music video with their friends because they like it,
Yeah.
as an artist, it really helps out so much more than you think, even if you're just one person, because in the end of the day, we're all one person. So
Yeah. And that's the name of the game, really. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
it's been, it's been this way since the dawn of time. Fans, admirers of the music, the artists, whatever it is, they are the people that drive this. And I still to this day cannot understand how some artists or whatever, that you've heard stories of people just being not how they should be towards their fans. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm so incredibly thankful. And when I decided to do this solo project, I was very hesitant. I was scared. I was, I had the whole list of everything. And it's not the reaction. I assume people would dig it, but not as much as it's gone and so far. And I'm just so appreciative. And like you said, the shares and the likes and the saving and the following, like all that stuff is huge. And that's what drives the music to get bigger and, just be spread out because, if you look back in the day, word of mouth, thrash metal, people were handing out tapes. It's the same principle, just a different application. And it's like, we just have to be like, yeah, thank you. And be appreciative of anybody. And thank you. You're doing the same thing. You're sharing the knowledge of myself and whoever else you've interviewed. And I'm just incredibly thankful for it. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I love, because like I said,
And I love
I'm
how you're
myself.
doing this like switch screen thing. I'm like, dang, man, how cool is that? Yeah, my background might look cool, but you're like doing all the stuff over here, and I love it. It's cool.
I'm a magician over here, but I remember
wizard.
I remember the tapes because I remember I was in seventh grade, and I was making mixtapes of my band, and I was passing the tapes into the classroom, and people were like, "Dude, you have like a tape cassette of your band?" And like it was a big
deal.
If you have a tape, you're like fucking awesome as shit.
Yeah,
and it's great. I mean, we're doing the same thing on Instagram. That's all we're doing.
Exactly. It's really just the same stuff. It's just a different way of doing it. That's all.
But you have what's going on here? Did somebody do this? Somebody drew this for you?
That is an amazing drawing.
Oh my god.
That I received that drawing. It was from a friend of my girlfriend's. I think she reached out to her and was like, hey, I'm trying to practice my drawing and I'm trying to get better. And I think Kiki, my girlfriend, may have sent her a picture, or she was like, hey, draw my boyfriend, or I would love for you to draw or something happened along those lines. And then this came out and I saw it and I was just like, whoa. I mean, like, not only the fact that someone took the time out of their life to draw a picture of me, like that's just kind of mind blowing, and it's been happening more frequently, which is even more mind blowing. But yeah, I mean, it's an amazing picture, and the detail is amazing. Like they pretty much, even that logo, I can't even draw my logo like that. You know what I mean? And the fire and the fact that I'm wearing a Kiss shirt is amazing. Yeah. I was like, that detail. Was massive, and I was like, that is someone who was really paying attention, you know what I mean, and not just drawing. And I forgive me, I don't have the artist's Instagram pulled up at this moment, but I would love to share it or whatever. But
I know your Instagram page though. Right?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram page, and you can follow the artist. I know I tagged her in there, and she's amazing. I know she said she was starting out, and I'm pretty sure since this picture, her art is improved. Because I mean, she made me look good, so I'm like, wow, you can do anything.
No, but that's really cool, and I brought that up because I figured you seem like
it's super cool. Yeah, I
appreciate these things, and
I
like
do,
you said,
I do.
Yeah, some artists are just like, oh, all right, whatever. They drew a picture of me. I don't care. But like, that's not the cool attitude to have. I mean, the cool attitude to have is
that's what I mean.
Cool,
that's what I mean. And that's why I'm just flattered. Really, I'm flattered that someone took the time out to actually practice their craft and draw me. I'm just like, wow. And it's just anytime that happens.
I love how you brought the kid, because like you can see now, like you have your jacket on, but underneath your jacket, you can see the Kiss shirt on, like
Yeah.
the details. Come on, man, that's awesome.
You can't escape that S, you know, and that I, you know what
That's
that
true.
is, and that's so cool. And I'm a huge Kiss fan. Kiss. Me and my girlfriend, we went with her mom and dad to see Kiss. Well, that was one of the last live shows we've gone to. Was here in Tampa, in Florida, well, on the end of the road tour when they came here, and we painted our faces. I mean, we went out. It was amazing. It was so much fun. There was a separate occasion where we had our faces painted at a fair here in Tampa. Again, actually in Tampa, and the face painter had some blood capsules that she gave to my girlfriend, and she painted her face like Gene Simmons, and it was amazing. She put them in her mouth and bursted them, and she had all this blood going down her face, and people are walking around at the thing like, oh, what's going on? You know, and we're just like, fuck yeah, Kiss, you know. And there was people actually stopping, going, oh my God, can we take pictures? And then like they would lift their sleeve up, and there was a Kiss tattoo. So it's like, that kind of stuff is amazing because it doesn't matter where you go. There's rock and roll and there's metal and there's just, you know, it's in everybody or some people, and that common denominator is what brings people together. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I love Kiss.
So this seems to be like your rig system over here.
Yes, that is my rig. That was been in the process of completing it the way it should be, just because of the certain demands of things. And like I said, you know, we had some tours that were canceled this year that I was building this and, you know, making it ready to go for when those tours happen. But unfortunately, you know, everything happened. But yeah, I love my rig. That's the super dependable I call it the big boy rig just because it's like, you know, that's the one I would take if I'm on like a major tour or something like that. And then I love the Kempers. The Kempers are another product and piece of gear that I just really can't go anywhere without. I have the stage as well, the one that's the footboard, and that's kind of my more mobile or like fly rig, or practice rig, so I don't have to lug this thing around. But yeah, I love it. It's very simple. I know it may look a little crazy, but it does kind of straight to the point, and that's why I love it. It's easy to use, and it's very dependable.
It looks very professional. Now, is it similar? Because I'm a big Steve Vai fan, and I've been watching Steve Vai's like Synergy. He's got the Synergy rigs now. Is this like something similar to like what he's got, or what do you have?
I think in a way it's similar. I've heard some really good things about the Synergy products. I've heard great things about them, and everything I've seen to watch is in regards to videos or demos. Like they just sound crushing. And I guess from what I understand is it's not essentially the amp; it's an emulation of the amp, or you know, what it would sound like. So maybe it's more of a modular, like more of an Axe Effects, because the main difference between the Kemper and the Axe Effects is that the Axe Effects is a modular. So what it's doing is it's giving you what it thinks the amp should sound like.
Right.
And yes, they get pretty close, and it's a tremendous piece of gear. And the Kemper is a profiler, so what it does is it takes the actual sound and turns it into a digital reference, so that basically it's like if you put a mic in front of a cab, and that's the sound you're going to get. And that's why I've gone with the Kemper, because it's more realistic sounding, and you know, it just crushes. And if you have a good profile, you know, shout out to Omega Amps. Also shout out to Replicant Audio. They've provided me with some profiles that I've been using with the Fortin amps, and the Omega profiles that they have with the Granifier, if I'm saying it right, and the Obsidian are just mind blowing. They have captured the amp and put it in a file. Like it's the articulation and just the way it responds to the guitar is just amazing. And it's just, again, it's just technology, you know, and it's so amazing to see what is coming out and what guitar players or whatever are capable of doing gear wise. Cause I think the whole mindset too is less is more nowadays, you know, with shipping and traveling and, you know, people are looking for more compact type rigs. Yes. You know, I have the big rig if I need it for the situations that I need it for, but at the same time, you know, I can take the stage anywhere with me, and put it in a backpack. And then I have like my rig and it's consistent, and I know I'm not going to be like, oh, is this rental gear any good? Or, oh, is this amp going to sound okay? Because I've had that situation too where I've rented gear or been where there's rented gear and it just sucks. And then it's like, okay, because that's going to be daunting on your mind the whole time. And then it's like, are you able to perform as well as you can? Yes, you're going to try, but there's always that back thought like, oh, is this fucking thing going to blow or what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
It just helps with that kind of thing,
It's really cool. And of course, Kemper is a brand name that I've heard. It's been around for a while. And I know I've never used it, but I know what it is, and it's pro gear. So.
I highly encourage you to try one at least once and then see what happens.
Yeah. So there's this picture here.
Oh yeah, I love that picture.
I used this on one of the story posts, but that's not like your actual picture. Somebody did something to that, right?
That is a really good artist, and he
really?
is he's fantastic. And this is kind of like his style of art, where he takes like it's almost like a caricature, and like he makes it's an actual photo, but he makes it look like it's drawn or painted, or it's not as actual or high def. Like he makes it look more like an art, but then he just makes the head bigger. Okay. And it's funny because it's like my head's really not that big, because I've had people like, is your head really that big, or why is it look? No, it's not. But his style is amazing. I know he just did a couple of some bigger name artists, and if you look at his Instagram page, he's got some killer stuff that he's able to do, and he was so kind, and he gave me the art with different file formats, so if I wanted to use it for promotion like I am for the live stream I'm doing tomorrow night, it's just great. I love it. I love that thing. It's just like a cool little caricature, and I love artwork in general, so it's just cool.
Yeah. Bobby Keller is killing me because he's such a cool guy. Like, I feel like I could go pick up a guitar and go jam with him right now. He seems like a total chill dude.
I try to be.
And I'm really enjoying this stream. I know tomorrow you have your big situation going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Is this with Guitar Player? I'm blocking you on this, but is this Guitar World?
Yes. Yeah. So tomorrow, Guitar World will be premiering my playthrough video for Rain and Fire, the first single, and it's been a little delayed, with stuff going on, and like I said, COVID's been affecting everybody, but it's finally ready. Guitar World has been very gracious again to be really supporting myself. And when Rain and Fire came out, they put it on their weekly guitar tracks, and that is when I think the relationship with us grew. And obviously, I'm a huge fan of Guitar World magazine. I've been reading it since I can remember. Yeah. And it's just being in that realm of things is just mind blowing. And to be honest with you, it's a dream come true. Yeah, thank you. And I'm super stoked. and yeah, I mean, I don't have the exact time as to when it's going to be premiering, but I'm sure I'll have all that information ready to go. But I am doing a special watch party tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time that I will be basically hanging out. We're gonna watch the live stream, the playthrough, and I'll have live commentary. So like kind of what you're doing, like I'll have the little bubble where I can talk and people can ask me stuff and I can, kind of respond that way. And then, for me, I just like hanging out with people, and I know it's been a minute since I've done a live stream, at least in that essence. And I want to play Rain and Fire live. I want to kind of, if there's anybody that wants to know certain riffs or how to play something, then maybe I can talk about it a little bit. And then I also want to just kind of jam. I want to play some cover songs that I love to play. Especially Kiss. I know I'm going to throw some Kiss in there. And I just kind of want to have a good time and just try and connect with everybody, because I know, again, like we're all kind of all over the place, and I'd like to just be like, hey guys, listen, like this is an opportunity to not only watch the video and all that stuff, but it's just an opportunity for me to hang out and talk and connect with everybody again, and just see how everybody's doing, and just kind of raise the awareness, obviously, of Rain and Fire, but there's a lot more coming, and I'm very excited too with that. So there might be some surprises that you you might encounter with the live stream for sure. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
but is this going to be through like is this on Guitar World's website too, or is this Guitar World's
Yes,
anything?
yeah, it'll be on
Okay.
it'll be premiering on Guitar World's website. As far as
Yes.
anything else goes, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm sure I'll be
Yeah.
getting more information either today or tomorrow
Sure.
about that.
Sure. Well, that's amazing. And of course, I've been reading Guitar World, Guitar Player, all that stuff since I was a kid. And, seeing Steve Vai or Joe Satriani on the covers or Dimebag,
Yeah,
of course, was a big
yeah.
one for me as well.
Oh,
I know that you're a big Dimebag person.
boom.
Yeah. And
Oh, and I got my tooth, and I have the black tooth tattoo on my leg. It's just I don't feel like throwing my leg up here.
I have a good Vinnie Paul story, but you know what? I would love to tell it to you. So the thing is, I would love to have you back on. I know you're going to be doing all this
I'd love
stuff.
to. Yeah.
And I'm actually, so I'm going to be doing these live streams on a media source called Chaos TV. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Oh,
Chaos TV,
I haven't, but
but
that sounds cool.
yeah. It's kind of like it's just like any other media company that does like stuff for bands and stuff. It's like it's legitimate. And I'm
Hmm.
going to start streaming and doing these live streams through their Chaos TV Instagram page,
Nice.
which actually needs a little bit of work. That's why I think I can help them because I've been doing these streams on my own personal page and I've been building up the streams and blah 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 and getting good and planning farms and all that stuff and we're having fun. But I guess they recognize what I'm doing and they were like, "Hey, Maddie, can you help us out? Can you do some cool stuff on our?" So I would really like it's a Finnish company, but they're worldwide. Everybody from Adam Lambert to like
Oh
Slipknot.
wow. Hey,
They have
yeah.
like big names. Yeah.
Definitely call me. Definitely call me.
Well, I want to have you come on. I know you're doing this thing tomorrow, and the next week or two is going to be crazy for you. But that's the thing. After that, come on to the channel with me and let's talk
I would
about
love
how
to.
it went.
Yeah, we
And
can
that would be
schedule it.
super cool.
Not like I'm really going anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I know,
In
but
a sense.
but you are because you're doing stuff and you have this thing tomorrow and you have all these upcoming projects that you're working on and you're a busy person. So you do
Thank you.
have things going on and I think the world needs to see that. At least people that are watching Chaos TV when I'm doing their streams need to see it as well. So let's do that. I will
Sure.
contact you through Chaos TV and I will set up a date with you and let's have you back on because you kick ass. And like
It
I
would be
said,
awesome.
when I saw
Absolutely.
Jamie stream with you, I was like, Jamie, who is this guy? This guy's cool, man. He's got the Game of Thrones chair. He's sitting there. He's like all up in the chair doing cool shit. So, all right. Well,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
let's
It's so
and
cool too to be able to.
yeah. Yes. The stream is starting to cut out, so I think we should end it now so I can save it before we lose it because this was really good. And is there so tomorrow? Where should we tell everybody that you're going?
Oh,
Just check
there
out
we go.
Guitar World. Yeah.
There we go. I think I'm back.
Okay. So tomorrow, check out Guitar World website, basically. Okay. I don't want to lose the stream, so I'm going to end it here. Let's end.
I don't know what
let's,
happened. Everything's cutting out.
I know everything's cutting out,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's probably because of the Florida storms and stuff like that. So tomorrow we're going to watch Guitar World.
Probably. Yeah.
GuitarWorld.com. You go to their website. You're going to be doing these. They're going to be showing the video or whatever. What are they going to be showing? Yeah.
They'll be premiering the video. Basically, it'll be on their website, from my understanding, and it'll be a good time to go to their website, and it should be up there.
Yeah.
If not, I will have the link posted for everybody as well. And hey, let them know how much you guys like it. That's the biggest thing for me is if I can drive some people to go there and watch it, and it would be so cool, and comment and share it. My biggest thing, and like you were saying too, is just spreading the word and letting Guitar World know that, hey, Bobby Keller exists. This is the song that he's got out, and you know, if you dig it, share it. And that to me means the most. And you know, just anybody that's willing to take out their time in the day to check it out, I'm just super thrilled. So I can't
Yeah,
ask for
we
anything
should do
better.
that. Everybody should do
Yeah.
that. And of course, check out Bobby Keller now before tomorrow if you have a chance, so you can actually see what he's about. And then tomorrow, check out Guitar World.
I do appreciate
So
that.
I will do that. Let's keep in touch. I will keep in touch with you on the
Please.
Chaos TV thing. And in the meantime, I'm going to go before we lose the stream, because I don't want to lose the stream because it's too good. And I will see you on the next stream. Rock and roll. Say bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me.